Hey guys, I'm live. I don't know how long I was just on live while I was fiddling around with stuff, but just getting home from work today, and as I mentioned earlier in the week, my theme that I'm talking about is nursing. And so one of the things that I wanted to talk about today was how you can try to stick to a healthy routine and continue to eat healthy meals when you're a shift worker. So many of you who follow me or on my page or who are my friends, are in the healthcare field, whatever, or I'm in the healthcare field, whether it be like a nurse, CNA, physician, nurse practitioner, whatever. And as we all know, sick people are sick all the time, especially if you work in a hospital setting. So because of that, you end up working weekends, nights, holidays, crazy shifts, 12-hour shifts. Sometimes you stay 16 hours. So I've gotten into the habit of, sticking with a healthy lifestyle and eating healthy food. And, it takes practice, it takes some time, it takes some commitment. And, I find a lot, I see people who, they come to work a lot when they don't have their food prepared for them and they end up eating in the cafeteria. And a lot of times they don't know, like, what you didn't make the food, so you don't really know what's in them. A lot of salt, a lot of processed foods, a lot of things that are prepackaged. I mean, yeah, you can eat a salad bar, but I mean, how much is that going to really fill you up if you're working a 12-hour shift, right? And then there's often times when, you don't even quite make it down to the cafeteria, so you're stuck eating like donuts from the break room or coffee or whatever, something like, patients, family members love bringing in snacks and stuff like that. So, and around the holidays, you guys know that people love bringing in baked goods, and sometimes they bring in like fruit and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's like chocolates and donuts and, just stuff that's really not great for you. So some of the things that I like to do is I like to prepare my food in advance, and I like to bring my meals with me. So I'm kind of like a stickler in that way. Like I kind of eat the same thing every day that I work. I tend to eat the same thing over and over again. And it kind of makes things a little bit easier for me because I don't have to stress about what I'm going to eat. Because like when you're starving and you actually get an opportunity to eat, you're not stressing about like, oh crap, I got to run down to the cafeteria. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, it takes effort. And yes, it's kind of annoying and it's a pain in the butt, but I actually even have my husband doing it. He eats before he goes to work now. He's in nursing as well, and so he's busy. And he eats before he goes to work. Like he has a protein and a fat, and he doesn't drink coffee, but he eats his breakfast in the morning. Yes, exactly, Charmaine. You have to if you want to stick with a healthy routine, because you could totally fall into that eating crap all day long because it's always available, vending machines and everything like that. So, recently I've been training at a new facility. I've actually been training at two different jobs, like two different hospitals. So, I'm starting to get to know some people. They're starting to get to know me. And one hospital, it's funny because they all go to the cafeteria, and, nothing wrong with that. I mean, they get salads a lot of the times like that. But not only do I not want to buy cafeteria food because I don't know what's in it, but also because I'm kind of cheap. Like, I don't want to spend $10 on a salad with like maybe like this much chicken on it, and it fills me up for like 2 hours. So I'm like totally in control. I'm bringing my own food with me. So some of the things that I would have to say is if you want to prepare your meals like the night before, or even like a few days in advance, if you're working a couple of 12-hour shifts back to back. And if you're working 12-hour shifts, you could be working for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My advice would be, eat your breakfast at home. I guess there's a lot of research out there that says if you eat breakfast within like an hour of waking up, you're kind of like burning fat and energy for the rest of the day. I really, really highly recommend that people eat breakfast. Not to sound like a hypocrite or anything, but I don't necessarily eat breakfast, but I drink Bulletproof coffee, which is my breakfast, and it actually has fat in it, and it keeps me fueled all the way through, like noon is usually what I eat. Like my eating time is actually 12 to 8, so I'm very regimented. I would say prepare meals in advance. Like think about it. So you want to make sure that it's well balanced, and most people will eat like a protein, a carb, and a fat at their meal. So if you're going to bring a salad, make sure you bring in like, you could bring full fat salad dressing is actually better for you than the low fat stuff with all the extra artificial crap and all the sugar in it. So I would say if you want a salad and you tend to be going to the salad bar and getting your salad there every day, bring your own salad. Like I get this big container of either mixed greens or kale or spinach leaves. And I just make a big bowl of salad a lot of times. And then I'll make a can of tuna and I'll mix it up with a couple tablespoons of mayonnaise. Yes, it's a lot of mayonnaise, but I eat high fat. Not for everybody. So mix it up with a couple of tablespoons of mayonnaise, and then I put avocado on it usually. And if I eat that for lunch at like noon, I'm usually not hungry until like 5, 6 p.m. It's kind of crazy. That's a whole nother topic, is the high fat diet that I eat. But so I would say make sure you stock your food like in advance. Bring it with you. And make your own dressing too. That's great, Charmaine. Yeah. Like, I am totally not domestic. So I tend not to do that. I tend actually not even to use salad dressing, because I much prefer just like mayonnaise, or like plain. Like, I eat tuna with mayonnaise, and like that's my salad dressing. I don't really need salad dressing. Or sometimes I would just like shake up like a couple of spices with a little bit of salt, Himalayan salt, and olive oil, and like vinegar. But I don't know, I don't really like salad dressing. That's weird. So, you know, you can bring like baby carrots with peanut butter. You can bring almonds for like snacks if you get hungry. You should bring like calorie dense foods that are going to keep you full for a while. So breakfast, you could eat eggs at home. You know, if you eat carbs, you could have oatmeal. You could have a little bit of peanut butter. So I would definitely recommend eating breakfast starting off your day right. Don't just have your cup of coffee with all your sugar and your cream and then call it a day. That's your breakfast, because you're going to be starving come like 9 o'clock, and then the family member who brings in the donuts, you're going to be like all over that, you know. And truly, if you are prepared, it's going to set you up for the whole day better. And then if you don't eat well in the beginning of your day, you're going to, I used to be this person, like I would like not eat like all day, and then I'd be like, give me like the whole entire refrigerator and kitchen sink when I got home from work, and I would just stuff everything in my face. So then you do good all day, and then you literally just eat garbage because you're so hungry when you get home. So you're going to try to like think ahead. And again, like I said, it will take some actual like thought, and it will take a little bit of planning, but you can get it done. I mean, like, you know, people do it. I mean, listen, if I can convert my husband into doing it, then anyone can do it. The only one thing I have to say that what irritates me is now that he preps his own meals. Sorry about that. I just got a phone call. I just turn it off. But he literally steals my Tupperware, and then I don't know where it goes. It like gets eaten. I don't know what happens to it. So anyways, just know that you got to stock up on Tupperware, especially if you have a husband who likes to lose things. I don't know. He probably throws them away so he doesn't have to clean them, if I'm guessing. So, you know, like I said, prepare your meals. Bring your own food to work. Put it in the fridge. Everyone's going to go to the cafeteria. Bring your food with you to the cafeteria. So that's what I'm realizing now, is everybody's kind of going to the cafe and getting their food. And I'm like, looking, I'm like, ooh, you just spent $10 for like a salad with a little bit of chicken and a water. I'm like, ooh, I carry my water bottle around with me all day, and I fill it up. And I just fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. It's free. If it's free, it's to me. And here comes my husband to video bomb me. He must have heard me talking about him, right, Derek?
I have no idea.
I was just talking about how you always use my Tupperware, and then it's always missing. Now that you bring
What's
your
the topic?
how to eat healthy when you're a shift worker, and I was just giving you props, so your ears must have been ringing. Now you're here, about how you started to eat breakfast in the morning before you go to work, and now you prep your lunch every day, and you're eating healthier, and you've lost weight, and you have more energy.
You've lost the weight.
Yeah, you lost weight. So and I would have to say that I'm a large influencer on that. So bring your own food, and then I would say throughout the day, if you're one of those people who tends to not eat great, and then you tend to like binge eat at the end of the day, try to eat small, frequent meals. Carry around like a little bag of almonds, carry around like a little bag of carrots, and you can take snacks, take bites every now and then, but also drink lots and lots of water, because you don't realize a lot of times you think you're hungry and you're not really hungry. You're just thirsty. So if you start drinking the amount of water that you're supposed to, you'd be amazed at how much less you want to eat. So, and then also if you worked like crazy hours, like if you are like a night shift person, or you're working like just crazy erratic hours in the medical field like we all do, try to eat more in line to like a regular day. Like try to eat like, you would, if you eat 3 meals a day or 6 meals a day, try to eat in line with that, even if your schedule is crazy. And again, I understand a lot of times nurses and shift workers, we don't always have time, because we're really focusing on our patients and really focusing on emergency situations, especially if you work in critical care areas. Emergency room, critical care. If you were in the OR, sometimes you could be in the operating room for hours, and then you miss your break or whatever. So just if you think in advance and you try to prepare yourself, and if you eat dense calorie food, very dense calorie food like vegetables, fruits, proteins, healthy fats, they're going to keep you full for a lot longer, and you're not going to be hungry every 2 hours. So, and actually I've learned that too. So like I mentioned earlier, I eat high fat, I a very high fat, low carb diet. So therefore I can go 7 to 8 hours without eating, and I'm full, because I'm eating healthy fat that keeps you full longer. So therefore you're not eating as much or as often. And that works well for me because I have thyroid disease, and I don't have a great metabolism. And so it just works well for me. So that's not going to work for everybody, but if you guys ever want to learn more about that, I can totally talk to you about that. It's something I've been doing since probably March, and I've had great success. I've lost 10 pounds. I've lost a lot of, I've regulated my hormones. I've done a lot of great things. And I've had great success with it. And people who have like hormonal issues like PCOS, thyroid disease, like going through menopause, people who just haven't been able to lose weight for whatever reason, this is actually something that I could help you with if you have interest in. So just something to throw out there too. So, and you want to actually make sure that you don't overdo it on the caffeine consumption, because caffeine actually can make you like have that like high, and then you have that crash. And especially if you're putting crap in your coffee, like if you're putting lots of sugar and lots of artificial stuff, like all those sweeteners, you might think you need like a coffee jolt, but in the long run, it might end up being, a bad thing for you. And actually, I read a book, like probably a couple months ago, and it stuck with me, and it was called like Super Living or something like that. And actually what it said was, if you feel tired during the day, you most likely don't need a cup of coffee or a nap. You probably need to drink a large glass of water. Try that first and see how you feel. And so like in my mind, I've always thought of that. Like if I start to get sluggish in the day or start to feel kind of crappy, I will take like a huge drink of water. And it's surprising. I don't know if it's mental, but if it is, I don't care. It actually makes me feel more energetic. I drink water all day long. And usually it has nothing in it, but sometimes I'll put lemon in it. But water is like my best friend. I love water. So make sure you're drinking lots and lots of fluids, and make sure they're healthy. Don't be drinking juice and stuff like that, because that's got all that sugar, and we don't want that. And then you want to try to make sure that if you're working crazy hours and you're trying to stay on like a healthy regimen and lose weight and be healthy, make sure you get enough sleep too. That's key. I know sometimes it's easier said than done, because, you work in crazy hours, and, like I said, it's easier said than done. But try to like make your sleep a priority. Like don't watch TV at night. Don't play the video games not video games, but Candy Crush. I say Candy Crush because I'm guilty. I tend to give examples of things that I'm guilty of. I will sit in my bed for like an hour and I'll play Candy Crush, because it's like I don't have to think about it. So it's like something like I just like get away from life, and I just like play Candy Crush for no reason. So sometimes I'm guilty too. But if you make sleep a priority, you are not gonna lose weight or continue to be healthy or energetic if you're not getting a good night's sleep. And then also, you want to make sure that you're exercising too. Like exercising either whether it be in the morning, afternoon, or even if it's just burst of like during your day, 10 minutes getting outside and getting some fresh air and going for like a speed walk. That could help you too, because the more exercise you get, the more energetic you're going to be, because you're burning calories and you're going to actually sleep better too. So my biggest takeaways from this video would be that if you really want to start eating healthier and you work shift hours, and you like find yourself going to the vending machines too much, and if you find yourself going to the cafeteria, you find yourself just eating like the graham crackers out of the nurse's drawer there, like we give the patients, the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, or we've all been there, we've all done that, drinking like the little patient apple juices, or like eating like the donuts in like the staff lounge. Seriously, if you are feeling crappy and you're feeling like you don't have a lot of energy, you can totally fix it. And you start small. Start by bringing your lunch with you every day. If you're a 12-hour shift person, start by bringing your lunch with you every day. Bring a couple of healthy snacks. Try not to have more than one cup of caffeine every day, because, you're going to crash. and try to increase your water intake. You know, water is one of those things that a lot of people don't like to drink, but trust me on this. If you drink more water, number one, it's going to give you more energy. It's going to make you feel full. It's going to make your skin a lot clearer. It actually helps with like constipation. It helps with a lot of things. So if you're drinking water throughout the day, I mean, we can all get a few sips of water, and I know we all have those designated drinking areas. So bring your cup from home. Bring like a little shaker cup and like fill it up with water, and then, you know, have a goal. Or some people have like a gallon of water and they like put little like lines on it, like drink by 10, drink by noon, drink by 3. But, you know, whatever strategy is going to work for you, just do that. And then sometimes having like an accountability partner at work too, like somebody else who may be trying to like live a little bit healthier, or like lose a little bit of weight, or try to change their diet, or, you know, just not feeling energetic and they want to try something different, you know, like make them your partner at work. Because sometimes we spend more time at work with our work buddies than we do at home with our families. So if you can find a partner and, you know, you guys can hold each other accountable during work, be like, you're not eating that donut, Cindy, because you said you wanted to eat healthy. So you better put that donut down. So I'm just trying to help you. So, you know, sometimes if you have like that buddy at work, it can make all the difference. So I would say, you know, snacks, just like you pack your kids snacks for like lunch, you have to make yourself a priority too. Healthy food, healthy snacks, and, you know, try to sleep more, drink more water, and try to get moderate exercise, even if it means sneaking away for 10 minutes, going outside and getting a little power walk and getting some fresh air. So I try to practice what I preach, and I bring my lunch every single day. And even though I'm working at a couple of new places and they all go to the cafeteria, and sometimes I feel like a little freak because I'm bringing my own food in my little Tupperware, I don't care, because ultimately, you know, I don't want to feel like crap. You know, I could totally fall into like the easy game of like going to buy the salad or the fast food or like the pizza slice or whatever. Even like the yogurts, they all have like sugar in them. I mean, like, it's just, you know, if you just become more aware of what you're putting into your body and you prepare, believe me, it seems like it's annoying and it seems maybe a little overwhelming in the beginning, but once you start doing it, it actually becomes second nature, and it's just one of those things that happens. And like I said, if my husband can do it, anyone can do it, because he's like the least organized person on this earth. And so if he can do it, anyone can do it. And I would also like to say that I've had some influence on that as well. So, those are some of the tips for my healthcare providers who work crazy hours and shift work. And I want you guys to all be healthy. I want all my people to be healthy in this world. And not only just healthy, I want you guys to feel good. I want you guys to like get up in the morning and have energy, like to get up and move. I want you guys to feel good every day. Like seriously, like that is my ultimate goal. And that's why I'm here preaching every single day. And like I said, my topic this week is nursing, and trying to just different topics on nursing, and today just happened to be how to eat healthy when you work a shift worker, you know. And you know, like I said, it takes a little time, but it's totally doable. And also, one of the other things that I do, so like a sample menu for me, like in the morning I drink my bulletproof coffee. So I get up around 5 a.m. every morning. I drink my pre-workout, which is, it's like an all natural pre-workout. It's like my energy juice. Love it. It doesn't have any sugar or anything like that. It's got like green tea extract. But anyways, I take my 1 scoop of pre-workout, and then I work out, and then I get ready for work or whatever. And so while I'm getting ready for work, I have my 1 cup of bulletproof coffee. And that is around like, I'm done with it before I go to work. So like 7, I'm done with it. And then I don't usually get hungry again until about noon. And then around noon, I'll usually have like a shake. And the shake, the reason I do that first is because your first meal of the day, you want it to be nutrient dense. So that way it's bioavailability. Your body's kind of like sucking in all the good stuff. So the shake, sometimes I'll put like today I had kale, I had water and ice, and like some heavy whipping cream. Because again, I mentioned before, I eat high fat. And then my shake, my powder shake. So, and that's got about like 20 grams of protein in it. And then I also put my collagen peptides in that shake as well. So that's about another 19 grams of protein. So that's like 40 grams of protein, like maybe 5 grams of fat and some kale. And that actually keeps me full until probably like 4 o'clock. So, and then I kind of only eat because that's like what time I'm supposed to eat. And then I'll eat like avocado, some chicken, and I had a little cheese in there as well too. I try not to eat too much dairy, but it had cheese. So, you know, that's an example of like how I eat. And then for dinner, I'll have like a protein and like probably a vegetable and maybe some fat. So, you know, I tend to eat the same stuff every single day, but it's totally doable. You just got to make sure you have lots of Tupperware, and just make sure you don't have a husband that steals all your damn Tupperware and never brings it back. So hopefully this helps one person who works, you know, shift work and is trying to transition into eating a little bit healthier. But if you guys want to know anything more about the high fat way that I eat, I can certainly come on another time and talk about that. All right, guys, so guess what time it is? Football. So I gotta go get ready for football. All right, bye, guys.